In Thor Love and Thunder, Marvel Studios made one thing clear. There is a really good friendship that's going on between Thor and Rocket Raccoon. One that was established in the Avengers films. So James Gunn follows up some criticism in regards to why he decided to completely ignore it in Guardians 3. So this comes at us from an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, where James Gunn was talking about the hand he was dealt with the third Guardians entry, specifically about where they left the Guardians off on, which he's already talked about a couple times before, how he didn't really like that, and how it really hindered the story he wanted to tell initially and had to go in and change it. Well, they bring up the whole relationship of Thor and Rocket Raccoon and the rest of the Guardians, and how he's thankful that Taika, as he said, took a bullet for him to resolve this. And he specifically goes back to the ending of Endgame and says that he believed, because he told Disney, hey, this scene of Thor joining the Guardians, it doesn't really line up with me, it wasn't my choice, I don't like it. They decided to keep it in anyway, and he was like, oh, well, I didn't have much say in that, huh? And then, of course, everything that happened with James Gunn did happen. So, in a way, Taika taking care of the whole Thor situation and James Gunn getting fired was sort of a blessing in disguise, ultimately, because he didn't have to deal with Thor. And it seems like that he's very happy about that. And look, I don't blame him. I was not really a big fan of him joining the Guardians. Like, I like the idea of maybe a adventure, but him being a member of the Guardians and the whole shtick of who's the leader, not a fan of that. And, like, when Thor Love and Thunder opens, that entire act with the Guardians, I hate every second of it. And not just because it was shot on, a giant stage that's clearly CG. Just everything about it felt off to me. So I am very much glad that James Gunn is talking about this and talking about some of the problems he had, because it's very evident that there was a lack of communication after Endgame with a bunch of these directors and what they were doing. And even during Endgame, because James was like, hey, please don't leave Thor and the Guardians. And they're like, we won't. Ha, we did, sucker. What are you going to do about it? Oh, you got fired. Okay.